And so I know some of you are going to say that, so we're looking already. But anything else you think would be helpful, I'd love to know. Put it in the comment section below. Like the shit out of this, love the shit out of this. You got a question? What have we got?
We have a question from Ben Lawson. His question is,
Benny!
how do we talk to our team about the upcoming challenges without scaring them?
Okay, so do what I did. When I explained it to you, I did it from a very cool, very calm, very centered place. I used a bit of emotion to G you up and get you inspired, but also bring you back down to make sure that you're having fun. You know, if anything, the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about with my team is not scaring them, is just inspiring them so much that they burn out. Because right now I look around this room, I don't see scared people, I see inspired people. I see fucking hard people, I see tough people. I see resilient people. And you saw me how I announced it to you guys. I was very cool, very calm, very collected, but I did it in a way which I believe was really intelligent because I enrolled you guys into something that's exciting. And it wasn't done based on a bullshit, well, let's try and covertly excite people. I was like, no, dude, you guys saw it. I'm legitimately excited. And if you can go to your clients with a legitimate level of comfort and safety and maybe even mild levels of excitement, they're going to pick up on that as well.
Right, so the next question is from Amy Hare, and her question is, do you think that there is a value in making my events business team members remote permanently?
That's up to you. I'd test it. We're about to find out the same thing. I'm just going to roll with the punches. We'll see what happens and we'll measure performance. And if the team excel in a remote environment and they like it and they perform and they can lead and they can innovate, my only concern is with remote environments is coming from the remote environment that I had previously, is I did find it very difficult for innovation and speed, because one of the things I like about being in the same room as people around me is it increases the speed of communication, because there's no friction. There's no, oh, I'll pick up and ring, oh, I'll pick up and text, oh, they didn't answer the phone, oh, I've got to call them back. But like I said, there are ways and means of managing the hardware and technology, but then the rituals and the disciplines required to do that, you know, and the biggest things is going to be using the technology to keep people connected and that communication open, because the only challenge I see with the remote environment is the interruption to the flow and the speed of communication. But what this will do by virtue, and this is what I'm looking at and counting on, is increased efficiencies in communication, not born out of someone being told, born out of necessity and requirement, because people are just going to have to innovate with their communication in order to perform. Because as all my team now know, as every single one of your team members should know, if they don't perform, no one's going to have a business. And so every team member knows in this room right now that their job, my job, the community, is all dependent on every single individual's performance as a team. And so as a result, you know, I would expect that level of inspiration, motivation, you know, the desire to actually have a job when a lot of people aren't going to have a job. You know, it's probably going to, you know, inspire people to perform and innovate at a whole new level, because they're going to have to, otherwise they won't have a job. And it's not because their business owner's going to fire them because they're a mean person. No, you won't have a fucking job because there won't be a business. If the team members within that business crumble, the business crumbles. So it's important that, yeah, you manage that process as well. So I hope that helps, bud. What else have we got?
Right, question from Sean. How do you adjust performance expectations for a remote team?
It's not so much about how do you adjust performance standards, it's how do you measure and manage performance standards so that they don't slip. We're right now working out exactly what that looks like from a reporting perspective, and as soon as we have it nailed, we're going to share that with you in one of the webinars that we come up with. But fundamentally right now, we've got to try and maintain the consistencies of the communication structures. So huddles, for example, connects as an example, you know, the meetings that are required, and yeah, just try and manage that as much as possible, you know, with what we've got.
So next question is from Adam. His question is, what are some ideas of what we can do in clothing retail if people won't be going out to the house, out of the house to the events, etc.?
Are you ready? E-commerce. And again, I'm sure you probably thought of that, but if you haven't and you're asking that question, then you need to actually think about that. I don't care, you know, we had David Bellamy yesterday talk about how he's a contractor, he's a services provider, tradesperson, and he's doing a level of digital in his business already. And I don't mean to be rude with what I'm about to say, but you know, that would seem pretty obvious to me. My question to you would be, are you doing online already? And if you're not, then you need to fucking do it quickly. Okay, at the very least, an eBay store, you know, possibly an Amazon shopfront. If not, both. And your own e-com website, Shopify. So my advice is get very familiar with Shopify. And it doesn't matter what you are, $2 shop, retail, you've got something to sell, Shopify, Amazon. Amazon is about to fucking blow up, okay? Big time. And eBay is probably going to be of service and help you as well. But Amazon is about to blow up because all the retailers are now going to lose their retail shop fronts, but they're going to have all this stock, and then that stock is going to be distributed through online portals. Okay, in most cases, the most cost-effective ones that already have lots of traffic are eBay and Amazon. Now, the challenge is when you do own Shopify, you've got to get your own traffic sources. So I'd say still do your own Shopify, but you're going to be paying for your own traffic sources, okay, so which means there might be a variance in the profitability of a traffic strategy to your own Shopify website, but still have it anyway, because you don't want to be Amazon or eBay dependent. But then marry that with a good, solid Amazon strategy. Why? Amazon already has a shit ton of traffic. Traffic's already there. It's just knowing how to optimize for the traffic that's on there and becoming searchable. Same with eBay. Great opportunity. So get on that one.
Right, next is from Steve Whisker. His question is, hey Kerwin, best way to lead with humility and vulnerability, when the team might perceive that as a weakness?
Well, here's the thing. Real vulnerability and real humility isn't a weakness. Pretend humility and pretend vulnerability is a massive weakness. So let's create a real distinction there. If you're trying to, feign humility or feign vulnerability, people smell that like fucking dog shit on your shoe. It's fresh, right? Whereas it's just got to be genuine and authentic. And whoever people see that as a vulnerability will self or deselect as a result of that anyway. You guys have seen how vulnerable I am. Fucking hell. I don't think I've ever been called out in a live scenario for being weak. I can't even think in a social scenario. And I'm one of the hardest motherfuckers I know. And I have no issue crying on stage. I have no issue showing you my weakest, most vulnerable parts. And as a result, I have the trust of not only hundreds of people within K2 community, I have trust of millions of people around the world. Because I'm willing to do that. So that doesn't come through weakness, my friend. That comes through strength. So model what you see.
Right, next question is from Chris Scannon. His question is, hey K-Man, we have been looking at running the factory in 2 shifts to expand capacity. I see this as a great opportunity to trial this now. How's the best way to frame with the team?
Tell them this is a necessity. Guys, we have to, like what I'm saying to the team, guys, we have to innovate. Guys, we have to pivot. If we don't, we may not have a business. Do you guys want to keep your jobs? Yes, fantastic. Do you have my support? Yes, fantastic. All right, let's work together. What do you guys think would be a great idea? Why don't we work in shifts? That's a fucking great idea. Thanks, John. Let's work in shifts. So my advice would be is see if you can involve your team, enroll your team in wanting to save the business and the job, or preserve the business, preserve the job. I don't want to sound extreme. And then ask them for ideas. But give them little suggestions so that ideally they can come up with it. If they don't, that's fine. You can still put it on the table and get them involved in that process of owning it. But yeah, dude, sounds like a great innovation.
Right, okay. So the question is from Michelle Parks. Question is, hair salons, when it comes to the service of doing the hair, what do you think our options are?
If they are going to get their hair cut, how do you make them feel safe? What are the things that you're going to do that encourage them to still want to get their hair cut to feel safe? If I was a hairdresser, I'd be advertising things like I'm burning thieves oil because thieves oil is known as one of the most potent antibacterial oils that can, when it's in the air, kills all viruses and bacteria. I would be, offering face masks to all of our clients, if you can fucking get them, who come in if they feel, scared. I'd be creating an environment of ease and comfort, but I'd be doing it with social responsibility in mind, meaning, obviously, don't service anyone that's got a cold or flu. Don't service anyone if you've got a cold or flu, but just show a level of intelligence whereby if you're cutting someone's hair, just be conscious of, doing it in the right way and doing it in a safe and precautionary way. This is where the hysteria can kick in when we try getting too much into the social distancing aspect of it too soon. But when it comes to if there is a complete shutdown in your business, I'm going to say this again. This is the same for everyone. If your business gets to a point where nobody's coming in, you've got 2 choices. 1, piss and moan, victim. 2, just produce content, okay? Get some fucking hair models, get some fucking hand models, get some fucking underwear models, be the underwear model. Do whatever you got to do, okay? Produce content. I am literally quadrupling down on my social strategy. Our goal is to just be publishing content regularly throughout the day that's going to be helpful. So we are literally turning into a broadcast network. Okay, if sales stop, we'll just keep broadcasting. We'll just keep publishing. Okay, we'll pivot onto community management. No leads coming in? Great, we'll go to the leads.